The Nebraska football team continued preparations for Minnesota here on Tuesday. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com, and had a chance to hear from Nebraska's new defensive coordinator, Bob Diaco, for about 25 minutes following practice on Tuesday. And Diaco had a lot of things to say, and I think really the biggest theme of it all was this thing's going to take some time, and people need to be behind what they're doing right now, and he feels like if they have the time, they will get it done.
We have a situation as a, let's just call it a Husker family, right? So, and that's all of us. I'm talking about all of our internal people and our external people. And that is that playing good to great defense is not something that you work on during the week and then you do it in the game. It's a year long, and it's really years long. You know, it's collecting personnel that intangibly suit the university and the team, perfect alignment that way, that physically suit the traits and the jobs that you're going to ask them to do. And then there's this developmental process. So there's this process of physical development, there's this process of intellectual development, there's this process of their spirit development, there's this process of their skill development. And we are in a skill development phase right now, and we really, you know, there are other collections of people working on their other development to some extent, but it's very hard to do it all right now during the season. And defending, as I pointed out, is that it's not fun to say. It doesn't make it any less real. It is a process, and it is a year-long process. And as I said, it is a year's process to get the defense built back to being great.
The other real interesting thing Diaco shared here on Tuesday was about rugby tackling, and he said it was something that really nobody wanted to do even before he got here. It was something that was passed on down from the administration and really not fully embraced, and that's why they made the decision to go away from the rugby tackling.
Mandated to the defensive staff. Whether this is true or not, I have no idea. This is just what was told to me. Mandated to the defensive staff was a tackling fundamental teaching progression. That they were going to tackle that way, mandated from the administration. Which didn't sound like anybody really believed in. So the tackling degenerated. So when you think about it, you think about a player showing up here who's a really great tackler and then becomes a worse tackler? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I had no idea till we went to our tackling drill on the first full padded practice of spring football and found that the players were spectacularly frustrated during the drill because they're willing, they're talented enough to tackle, they're tough enough to tackle, they're willing tacklers, they want to do well, but they don't fundamentally know anymore how to tackle at all. So we've been working hard on just that one thing. It's been present in every single day in every practice.
As for on the field, Nebraska was so close this past Saturday against Northwestern, and the general consensus is guys have bounced back, and their focus is now on Minnesota.
You know, just kind of, like I said, just trying to look at the tape objectively, you know, look at what was good, what was bad. There's obviously a lot of mistakes we can correct, and, you know, you have to still be excited for an opportunity. We still got another game Saturday, you know, despite everything that's happened this season, and we've got an opportunity to go into someone else's place and win a ball game, and, you know, that's something that really you can be excited about for sure.
Yeah, it's basically that, you know, we knew we were close, and we knew that there was some things that we could have done just a little bit better that could have swung the game in our favor, and, you know, there's a big emphasis on making those things. I'm making those little plays, making those, getting that extra yard, you know, maybe not doing this and doing this, and, you know, having things fall in our favor.
What jumps out about this Gopher team are their two running backs, Shannon Brooks and Rodney Smith, as they're really going to account for a majority of what the Gophers do on offense.
No, we were just talking about that. Yeah, they're very talented backs, and they've got a big physical offensive line, you know, typical Minnesota O-line like they always have. And you know, even if, especially if the weather kind of continues or what it's supposed to be, they're definitely going to try and run the ball right at our teeth. So it's important for us to be physical at the point of attack and be able to come off the blocks and make plays.
They run hard, they break tackles, and add that very good offensive line in front of them. It's going to be a tough day, big challenge for us.
They're in the top part of it. The top part of it. They're maybe not the Ohio State guys, but they're not too far away. I mean, they're talented, they're tough. They got a big back and a kid who's 240, and they got a couple of the guys that can move around and really run. So they'll be a challenge.
It's going to be colder conditions as well in Minneapolis, and that's something Nebraska's beginning used to here in practice.
I'm ready. I feel like the weather is just they have to play in it too, so it's really just going to be it shouldn't be an issue, and I think that the team as a whole is going to prepare properly for it.
You ever played in the snow?
Nah, I never played in the snow, but I played shortly after. It's cold, and we played on the grass field too, so that was those little spikes of dirt. But yeah, I played in pretty cold games out there.
Are you you wear short sleeves in the cold still as a running back? Obviously.
Yeah. But I'll probably wear some leggings or something, but I'll never wear long sleeves in a game.
Otherwise, you can't feel the ball. I take it. Or?
I mean, it's not. It's just a mental thing. I feel like sometimes I practice in long sleeves, just for whatever the reason is, but I don't think I can play in a game with it. It's just hurt too much.
Yeah, I think if I wore long sleeves out there, Coach Pearl would probably make me cut them off. So yeah, I'll probably be wearing short sleeves out there if it's 20 degrees and snowing. So that's something you'll probably see from me. So
like besides a quarterback who could actually get away with wearing long sleeves without getting messed with it pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think that I'll try and encourage the rest of the guys to go out there without sleeves as well. Just kind of. I don't know, try and get tough out there in the cold weather.
In injury news, running back Jalen Bradley was back on the practice field here on Tuesday. Linebacker Luke Gifford remains out. Reporting with the Nebraska football team here in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.